My name is Anna. I am 32 years old. I live in a small apartment with my daughter, Lily. Lily is 5 years old. She has big brown eyes. She laughs at everything. Even small things make her happy. I used to have a husband, too. His name was Daniel. We got married 6 years ago. It was a small wedding, just family and close friends. I wore a white dress. Daniel looked handsome that day. I thought we would be happy for a long time. I really believed that. Lily was born 2 years after our wedding. The moment I held her, everything changed for me. I looked at her small face, and I felt complete. She was the best thing I had ever done. But slowly, I started to notice things. Daniel rarely held Lily when he came home. He would sit on the sofa and look at his phone. Lily would run to him with her arms open wide. Sometimes he picked her up. Often he did not. I tried to talk to him about it. "She misses you," I said one evening. "I am tired, Anna," he said. "I work all day." I nodded. I understood. Work is hard. But something small broke inside me that night. The months passed. The distance between us grew. Daniel and I stopped eating dinner together. We stopped talking about our days. We slept in the same bed but felt far apart. I was lonely. But I still had Lily. Every morning, Lily climbed into my bed. She pressed her small nose against my cheek. "Good morning, Mama," she always said. Those 3 words held me together every day. She was my reason for everything. Then one evening in October, everything changed. Lily was sick. She had a high fever. I called the doctor and gave her medicine. I sat beside her bed and held her hand all night. Daniel slept in our room. He did not check on her once. The next morning, I was exhausted and sad. I asked Daniel why he did not come to help. He looked at me with cold eyes and said, "You handle it, Anna. You always do." I stood very still. I did not speak. That weekend, Daniel's mother came to visit. She watched me care for Lily all afternoon. At dinner, she said, "Anna, you worry too much. Children need space," she said, "not so much attention." I looked at my daughter's face. She had heard everything. That night, after Lily fell asleep, Daniel came to me. He sat across the table. His face was serious. "I think things need to change," he said. "What things?" I asked quietly. He looked at his hands. Then he looked at me. "I feel like Lily comes first in this house," he said. "Every decision is about her. Every conversation is about her. I am your husband, Anna. I need to come first sometimes." I listened to every word. I stayed very calm, but my heart was beating very fast. "She is 5 years old, Daniel," I said slowly. "She needs us. She cannot wait." "I am not saying ignore her," he said, his voice rising. "I am saying I need more from you. More attention. More effort. I need you to choose me sometimes." I looked at him for a long moment. I thought about the night Lily had her fever. I thought about the sofa, the phone, the cold eyes. I thought about all the mornings Lily ran to him with open arms. I thought about how often he walked away. Maybe you have felt this way too. Standing in a quiet room, making a decision that has no easy answer. I did not hate Daniel. I never hated him. But I knew something clearly in that moment. My daughter needed someone who would always show up. "I cannot choose you over her," I said. "She is a child. You are an adult. A child needs her mother completely. You can take care of yourself." Daniel stared at me. He did not speak for a long time. Then he stood up.
and walked to the bedroom. 3 weeks later, Daniel moved out. It was a quiet morning. Lily was at school. He packed 2 bags and left his key on the table. I stood by the window and watched his car drive away. I cried, but I did not feel lost. That evening, Lily came home and dropped her school bag. She ran to me and hugged my legs tight. "Mama, I drew a picture for you today," she said. She held up a drawing. 2 figures, hand in hand. "That is me and you," she said proudly. I put the drawing on the refrigerator. I looked at it for a long time. Some choices in life are painful and clear at the same time. I chose my daughter. I would choose her again. And that is something I will never regret.